AFTV 2-2. Saying it all to everybody, because to me it feels like a defeat. I'll get home later on and I'll be all right. Well, no, I won't be all right later on. Tomorrow, someone will ring me up and say, "Yeah, Robbie, Carnival's on this week," and I'll say, "Yeah, actually, yeah, man, 2-2, yeah, man, 7 points, man, it's all good." But at this moment, it feels like a defeat. You know why? Because we got back into the game with 2-1 up, and you think the job's done. And you know what? There's been a lot of talk about formation here, but when I think about it, we were playing 4 at the back when we then conceded, you know, that corner.
I don't really watch formation anymore because it's all too confusing. We're 3 games in, and I don't know what Arteta's preferred formation is or preferred personnel for that matter. So I just sort of come and go with the flow. You know, I trust that he's seen enough of them throughout the week in training, and he's gone with what he believes is best. But I think today it was a critical error, and I think he has to take a fair amount of the responsibility for.
Was it a mistake to leave out Gabriel?
Well, it's hard because we don't know what happened behind the scenes, if anything happened behind the scenes, in my opinion.
But he's saying there's nothing. He's saying there's been no problem behind the scenes. He's saying he's spoken to Gabriel about it, and he's explained to him the reasons why. And Gabriel's cool. Well, not. He said he obviously he wants to play, but he understands it.
I think he's going to say that, but it depends how far you read into it. I remember.
Do you feel there's problems?
I think so. I think with the Aubameyang situation, he played it down as well. And there clearly was problems behind the scene. With Gabriel, I can only imagine he's linked elsewhere. That's the only thing I can think. He's linked elsewhere.
Well, he has been linked. He's been linked with Saudi.
How tightly?
He's been linked with Real Madrid as well.
How tightly is he being linked? Because if those links look to be true, then you do sort of have to integrate somebody else into that position. And I understand leaving him out. That's the only thing I can see going on. But our back 4 should be set in stone. Zinchenko's back from injury, he should be in. Tierney, it looks like he's getting loaned away, or he's gone. I must have missed that one, but in that case it has to be Zinchenko and then Gabriel and Saliba, because they got the chemistry there. They played together all last season and it worked. And then on the other side, unfortunately, Tomiyasu is not available, which by the way is a disgrace, but the obvious solution there is Ben White. And I'm surprised that he's maybe complicated a little bit. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, that's just the formation. The scroll of what went wrong today is, you know, there was a lot of errors made. There was a lot. I think we started the game too slow, and it was a very bad mistake from Saka. But why did he feel like he had to go all the way back? Is it because he didn't have the option forward? Because he didn't have that striker making the run in behind that he could just play in there? Eddie should have started today. Eddie should have started today. And we had the conversation after the Crystal Palace game. And you know, I've actually changed my opinion since that, because I said the best replacement to Jesus is Eddie. I actually think Eddie is the best option at this club now, because I don't see why Jesus should come back and walk straight into that team over Eddie the way Eddie's been playing. And that's my honest opinion about it. If we're going to sign a striker, it shouldn't be at Eddie's expense, it should be at Jesus' expense until he proves himself. Because right now, you can't take Eddie out of this team and you can't sell him. Not the way he's playing football. So I think he needs a bit more respect than even everybody here is giving him, because Eddie right now is the best option at this club, even if Jesus is fit, and we have to start appreciating that. But going into Man United,
got to play better than this.
If we play like this, we're going to lose. And I was keeping one eye on their game as well, because they went 2-0 down. They pulled it back. They pulled it back at 1-3-2, and we were 1-0 down. We pulled it back 2-1 against 10 men. Everything seems to be going in our favour. You know, the red card was a red card for Fulham, and we had the time added on accurately. But yeah, it's frustrating. It's a tough one to take. It is a tough one to take, because we've done all the work to get back into the game and then just let it slip. And I think Mikel Arteta has to take a big part of responsibility for that. And if he doesn't change it up, I think he will get found out this season. I think he will get found out. I'll be honest, because he's been fantastic up until now, but he seems to be crumbling at the big decisions. And big decisions today, I think he got them wrong.
He did. Oh, well, just before you go there, it was a good decision to bring on Fabio Vieira, and you know, Eddie did get us back into the game, and then, you know, an experienced player gives away a corner that then leads to them, you know, getting back in the game. So he got some decisions right.
So I tell you what, he shouldn't have had Eddie on the bench to bring on. Eddie should have started, because he is our striker. You can't. We know our form here defensively isn't great. We always seem to concede at home, right? So on that basis, we have to be scoring more than 1 or 2. We have to. So you have to be playing with a recognised striker on the pitch. Quite clearly, we have no intent of going to the transfer market and picking out a big name. We've got no intent of doing that. Therefore, we have to work with what we've got at the club. Yeah, and that is Eddie. That is Eddie. As much as I'd like us to go out and sign a big name striker for the shirt sales and the morale and all of that, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, right? So we've got to integrate Eddie and we've got to just move with it.